friends, Beth Newman, Courtesy Coaching for Kids. But this video series is geared toward all of us, kids of all ages, I guess you could say. Today's topic is one that is very close to my heart as a former English teacher, as a former radio and television broadcaster, and that is the art of conversation, which I fear from time to time is a lost art, but with a few little tips and tricks, we can certainly get it back on the map. So without further ado, away we go. First of all, we need to remember that conversation is give and take. And I think a lot of us in our lives have a lot of takers with the blah, 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 blah. And by the time they've wrapped up, you're done. You don't want to contribute. You can't. You just simply don't have the energy. You've got to get out of the room. So we all need to remember that going back and forth, listening is more important than speaking. My dad was a wonderful example of this, and this is one of the greatest lessons I learned from him, and he wasn't even trying to teach it. Ron Miller was a man of few words, so when he spoke, everybody listened, and it was typically very wise what he had to say, oftentimes profound, and in most cases, fall off the chair funny. So I always think to myself, what would Daddy say or do in this situation? And I strive to do that every day. And if you didn't get to know Ron Miller, I feel sorry for you because he truly was one of a kind. All right, moving on. Avoiding those hot topics. I was raised, you don't talk politics, religion, and you don't share super intimate details of your life. That's no more. Anything goes these days. And I think it would benefit us all to get back to that mindset. Now, having a lively, friendly, respectful political discourse over dinner is one thing, but shouting and screaming and posting stuff on social media that would make one of those Real Housewives blush, that's quite a different story. My recommendation is just don't do it. Keep your politics to yourself. Unless somebody asks about your spiritual path, just live it. Don't spout it off 24/7, all right? You live by being the greatest example that you can be, and people will learn that from you. Just like I learned from my dad about give and take in conversation. It wasn't a lesson he was trying to teach. It was just what he did. And I think that same is true for those of us on a more spiritual path. And anything that's just so personal, don't. It's, for lack of a better word, in this conversation video, it's just icky. Keep it to yourself. All right, next up. Oh, foul language, dirty words, swearing, cussing, whatever you want to call it. This is a challenge for me, and I don't know when I turned that corner and became a potty mouth, by my standards, a potty mouth. But a few weeks ago, I realized I need to stop that. That's not who I was raised to be. That's not who I want to be. I would like to be considered a lady of class. And swearing and cursing, in my opinion, is just not classy. And we see it everywhere. The logos on t-shirts and kids getting away with it at school. So I challenged myself. No more swearing, all right? And I am officially, because I wrote it down here in my little journal, I am officially 16 days swear-free. Now, have I thought those inappropriate words? Of course. And are we going to say them from time to time? Of course, in anger and frustration and, you know. But my challenge for you today, along with me, I'm in it with you, let's clean up our language. I think one of the best things that we could do to improve our conversation skills is to improve our vocabulary. So I'm going to put on my English teacher hat for a moment. What I used to tell my kiddos when I was teaching is the best way to do it is to read, and to read some more. Read anything you can get your hands on. Read material that's going to challenge you. One of the things I love about my Kindle app is that if there's a word I encounter that I don't know, highlight it and the dictionary pops up. It's brilliant. It is such a useful tool. I also encourage you to really try to learn a few words and phrases, if not an entire whole thing, when it comes to a second or even a third language. During our lockdown, I spent some time on Duolingo, which, boy, is that the greatest app or what? Easy breezy lessons. Worked on my Spanish, and now I've decided I'm going to challenge myself with a little bit of French, because someday I would like to return to Paris, and I don't want to be a complete doofus like I was the first time I went to Paris. So focusing on, learning a new language, definitely reading more and improving those vocabulary skills. All right, that's today's lesson, focusing on being a good conversationalist. Again, these videos are intended for all of us of all ages, but please keep in mind that I am available for etiquette tutorials for your preteens, your teens. We can do it through Zoom. If you're in my neck of the woods, which is West Houston, Fort Bend County in Texas, face-to-face is an option if you're comfortable with that at this point. I am available for special workshops, Girl Scout meetings, when those start picking up again, church groups, whatever you have going on and you think a little etiquette course for kids might be fun, please feel free to reach out to me. Of course, you can find Courtesy Coaching for Kids on Facebook. Got a YouTube channel now, which is a lot of fun, Instagram, all of it. So I thank you so much for your support of these videos. I thank you for your comments. And if you have an idea for a topic or something that you would like for me to address, please feel free to send me a direct message. You can send me an email or just post something in the comments here on whatever forum you happen to be watching this video. Many thanks to you all. And no matter what you do, remember to do unto others and just go out there and be fabulous.